First of all, what is the Office 365 adoption user group? So this was started, what, it's got to be almost 5 years ago, 4 years ago now? I think 4 years ago. And the purpose of this was to help companies of all different sizes navigate their journey to Office 365. And not only to get there, but once they're there, how do they get the best return, right? How do we get the users to use it? It's great if we have all this great technology, but if the users aren't using it, it doesn't do any good, right? And for those of us that have bosses, they want to see a return on their investment, and they want to know that people are getting something out of it. So this group was really started for that, and it wasn't about the technology so much as how do we twist the knobs and everything, but it was about how do we get users to do this. And the reason for that is that this wasn't supposed to be a geek fest, for lack of a better term, right? It was, we wanted to bring in people from technology, from change management, from training, from HR, wherever it needed to be, corporate communications, to help with that. And originally we thought people would come and go, and we'd have people constantly moving through here. You know, they'd come, they'd do their adoption and leave. Well, the neat thing is Microsoft is constantly evolving, right? And improving and releasing new features, new products, right? You know, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, when this started, Teams was just a plot, right? So the adoption process is really a constant. It's not, here we go and we're done. It's kind of a constant thing. So that's why we have a lot of companies that have been here with us from the beginning, and we're happy to keep having them. So our job here is to try to share, not just from us, but have everybody share what's worked, what hasn't worked, and make this, the journey and the adoption of Office 365 successful for all companies. That being it, let's go with our introductions. We'll start with our organizers. So Joe.
Always am at the top there.
I didn't make the slide. You'll have to talk to Michael on that.
Yeah, it's not by list of importance, that's for sure.
Well, it might be, because I'm at the bottom. It might be.
Joe Bagshaw, I'm a customer success manager for Modern Workplace at Microsoft. Excited, as I always say, I love groups like this because I think customers and partners sharing what their stories is one of the most important things that can happen out there in the world. And so, you know, my role is to help my customers learn the best practices, especially around Teams deployment. Now it's a big focus for us, but the Modern Workplace in general. And so, activities like this are great ways to help folks have those talks, those conversations. So, glad to be a part of it.
All right, Michael.
Hi everybody, I'm Michael Blumenthal. I'm our resident MVP, and my day job is Office 365 platform lead at a large organization in the financial services and insurance industry. Pretty much responsible for everything Office 365 except for Exchange and Skype. So Larry.
Okay, Larry.
Larry talks to himself in the third person.
Larry's currently swallowing.
Larry's eating food.
Hi, Larry Kuhn. I'm an account technology strategist at Microsoft, and I work with large enterprise customers here in the Chicagoland area. I have a background in SharePoint and Office 365, and like Joe, I always enjoy hearing kind of the stories from real users to understand how our products are meeting their needs or not. So happy to have everybody attending here today. And I'll hand it off to Rich, but we need a little icon next to your name. We got to come up with something.
Yeah, I'll make sure I can put the company icon. So I'm Rich Skloot. I'm the fourth member of the organizing team. I recently changed jobs, so I have to make sure I can put the new logo up there, or if not, I'll come up with a caricature or something. So I used to work for Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, are the parent company for that. And I was a lead infrastructure engineer, and part of my responsibility there was the rolling out and the whole conversion to Office 365, which is how I originally got involved here. My new role is I'm the lead Office 365 person for a holding company here out in the western suburbs. So my responsibility is not only from a technical perspective to do the rollout, I am the one responsible for the change management, the organizational change management, the training. So I've kind of taken over the whole, it's a very small IT group, so I'm basically doing everything. So I've learned a lot from this group. Hopefully I've shared a lot and brought some help to the group, but I've also learned a lot from everybody, from your trials and tribulations as well. So I'm going to continue to do that because, as I said, We have a company that spans the globe now, and I'm gonna be responsible for doing all that. So I'll keep you up to date on what's working and what isn't.